Well, well, well. 2 times in one day. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? 2 times in one day. Let me get the noties ready and then we'll lock in. If you're watching the repeat, join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Both links are in the description. Or if you type !Discord, !X or Twitter, you can join that for completely free. Only thing you have to purchase is Propfinder, which is $10 a month if you use code PF30. Lock it in. Best data on the market. Easiest tool to use all this data. Yeah. Twice in a day. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Am I right? Hopefully you joined our NHL one. Some of those games are still going on. We've hit a decent amount. And if you were here for that one, both Larkin and DeBrincat hit, which is kind of funny because Rogue and I were arguing about that one for a long time. To be fair, Larkin does have 2 goals. Or DeBrincat has 2 goals, Larkin only has 1, but still, they both hit. We're locked in. We're locked in. Okay, let me get these noties out, and then we will get started. Hope you are all doing well. Like the video now, so I don't have to remind you to do that later. Just try and hit like 100 or something, I don't know. That'll be decent. Cool. Locked that in. What's up, Deuce Marvell? Scorpion? Let's get right in surgical. Yeah, gotta lock in for tomorrow's slate. My Bears on a hot streak. Come on now. We're winning the Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. Can you imagine we would just win the Super Bowl? A few things I want to go over real quick. New tab. New research page. Odds discrepancy tab. Obviously... These markets are absolutely insane. Plus 50,000. Now, I don't know if that's just got to be because it's down, right? So, I don't know. So, let's see. You could filter by teams here. You could filter by games if you would rather do that. So, I'm going to filter by the Bears. Just show you guys how this works. You can filter by any category. Let's just filter by... Let's just do anytime touchdown. Nothing. Okay. Let's just filter by all. I guess filtering by one team, there's not too many discrepancies here. I believe this will also filter by with whatever books you have selected. You go to profile, then settings, and then you can select what books you want. But as you can see, Caleb to get 10 rush attempts is plus 1,500 on Underdog and plus 680 on DraftKings. So difference of 122%. He's been running a lot. I don't know if he hasn't cleared that line yet, but he's gotten close. 8. You only need a few more. So if you really, really like it, go with that. You could select minimum differences, everything like that. But just wanted to point that out before we get started because that could be a really, really nice tool to have. Be in your own town on the 28th. Hoosiers. Uh-oh. Yeah, I will be in Philly watching the Bears game. Purdue is currently getting absolutely demolished. 35-3 to Washington. So, yeah, not ideal there. Have fun at the Hoosiers game. Not even gonna say the Purdue game because Purdue probably won't even show up. But yeah, let's get started here. So, first thing I do in researching touchdowns, just look how many touchdowns they give up. Mainly just look for green, right? Everything we make everything super easy. For you guys to research. Green is good, red is bad, right? So when you see a lot of green, this is a defense you want to research. Now, if you get to, like the Chargers, probably not a team you want to take any touchdowns against, right? Ranked 28th in the league. They've only given up 21 touchdowns on the year. They do give up a decent amount of rush touchdowns. So if you were to take something with that, maybe a rush touchdown, maybe like ETNs, probably wise minus odds. Anyway. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, so that's the first thing I do. So both of these teams are actually top 5. Maybe this won't be a terrible game overseas. That's more for value, Jesse. More for value for sure. 2 NBA first quarter props lost by 1 leg again. Dang, man. Yeah, NBA first quarter props. I haven't tried a lot of them yet. I just don't get good odds on my books for those. I have to wait a few months and then I'll get decent odds. Okay, so once I see they give up a decent amount, looks like a lot of touchdowns to tight ends. I mean, they rank third, they rank fourth, they rank 10th to running back. Like, Commanders' defense just giving up touchdowns left, right, and center. Filter by receiving yards here. So wide receiver 1, 2, tight end, right down the line, pretty much how you'd expect. Rushing yards, they give up 9th most. Red zone targets. This is what you're going to mainly want to look at here. So the tight end 1 and wide receiver 2 are probably the 2 positions you're going to want to target if possible. If not, remember this team gives up a lot of touchdowns to everyone. So one thing noted on that, Commanders defense ranks 5th. They give up, and Washington just got another touchdown, 41-3. Anyway, Commanders give up a lot of touchdowns, right? So you can kind of just pick. The Chargers, you'd have to go a running back just based on the defense. Unless you click the advanced tab. I mean, even then, they've only given up 4 touchdowns to tight ends, and that's the most to a receiver. Decent amount of red zone targets, actually. 10 red zone targets and only 1 receiving touchdown, but red zone is just within the 20-yard line, right? So definitely notable there. Tight end seems like a pretty big discrepancy for the Commanders. Wide receiver 2 as well. So then you scroll down here, take a look at the first read percent is what I like to look at. You could also filter by route. Jalen Waddle was the 2 when Tyreek was still playing, but now he's the 1 since Tyreek is, gone. And the tight end 1, Julian Hill, didn't they have... Oh, they had Darren Waller, and he, retired midseason. Dolphins' offense is pretty bad, although they did perform well against the Bills. Dolphins are just a weird team, so I don't know how much I'd want to bet on them. If Julian Hill is the 1, maybe you sprinkle him, but he's only... let's take a look at their depth chart, actually. Darren Waller retiring midway through the season is kind of throwing me off. Julian Hill, then Dulcich. So it does seem like Julian Hill is actually the 1. Achane does a lot of receiving as well, so something to note there. There's a new thing here, so you can see all these odds as well. Just compare across different books. Look at these lines, right? Plus 425 to plus 214. Terrible odds there on Sleeper and Underdog. Oh, did Waller get hurt? I'm pretty sure he just retired. Got you, Diamond. Glad you cashed on that. That was crazy. That was funny. And that game's still happening, so points could still they could still score in that game. Let's see. It's still 4-4. I really need Geeky, bro. I don't think Geeky's gonna come through. That's unfortunate. He looked like my favorite. Yeah, NFL TD odds are pretty rough, Deuce. So again, tight end 1 and wide receiver 2, although they give up a lot, I don't really know how much I trust the Dolphins offense, to be honest. It's hard trusting Tua, Who's getting most targets? Waddle and Achane have the same amount of targets. I always do like Achane receptions line. Depending, 5.5 is a lot. But games without Tyreek Hill, let's take a peek here. I have exclude IR off. So Tyreek Hill, he's hit 3 out of 6. The ones he didn't hit, how many targets did he get? He cleared his target line on every game but 1. So I'd probably take that. And it was against the Browns. We all know the Browns have a really good offense or defense. Terrible offense. Ja'Cory Kroski, Merritt, Bill. Yeah, I don't know. When I'm doing Achane, I probably would. I don't know if I'd take anyone on the Dolphins to get a touchdown. It's weird with if Tyreek Hill and Waller were in, I'd probably take Waddle as the wide receiver too. But Tyreek Hill being injured, out for the year, and Darren Waller retiring just makes things difficult. And trusting Tua is also obviously difficult. Achane's been a dog recently. Minus 175 isn't worth it, though. Like, you'd take his receptions over that, right? Like, his line for that is he's plus money. They did look good against the Bills. That's true, Ivor. Did he get 2 last week, Waddle? Let's see. He had 1. Unless you're talking about Ja'Cory. No. Okay, let's actually switch over to... Or red zone carries, maybe I don't know. The running back is Achane, so it just makes it hard. 5 touchdowns carried on the season, but he has way more than that. He has 9 on the year. Devon Achane's so good. He's my fantasy GOAT. He's my fantasy GOAT. Love that dude. So yeah, if you wanted to take something, maybe you had a boost or something. I'd probably lean Waddle, honestly. The odds just aren't worth it, though. Like, maybe Dulcich, you could take a shot on him. What happened to him when Darren Waller was out? So, yeah, I mean, maybe. Let's see. What happened when Darren Waller was out? So, yeah, I mean, decent, right? Nothing in Atlanta. That's actually probably what I would do. I'd probably sprinkle the tight end. It was him or Julian Hill. So let's take a look at him. Yeah, 4 yards. I would actually sprinkle. I actually kind of like Dulcich. Even though his first read is really low, there's just a discrepancy in that tight end category. You could see it in the targets here. I mean, first, third, 6th, 8th. So they give up 8th most receiving yards, 6th most red zone targets, 6th most receiving touchdowns, 3rd most touchdowns. Defensive matchup, Waddle looks amazing against this defense. Just take a look. Probably because it's zone, yeah. 29% first read. Yeah, 586 yards against zone. Route's a little low. Lower than I'd like. I feel like closer to 80% is ideal. Like, I mean, Jacoby Myers. What if Jacoby Myers' first game back? Touchdown immediately would be... Oh, let me pull that up, actually. Put in, I don't have any props yet. We just started the stream. But when props are added, I will update it. It's probably still from our NHL stream. JCM has been buns. It's hard behind that line, man. Oh, the Hawks scored. Is it Burakovsky? Please be Burakovsky. Who scored? Who scored? Who scored? Who scored? Tell me. Tell me! Tell me. Who is it? Dak. Who is Dak? Bruh. I don't even know who that is. Nazar just got a point, though. Anyway. Yeah, zone 61%. Waddle does look nasty against zone. It's just, I don't know about the route percent. It's a little low. First read is going to be Waddle, of course. Cedric Wilson. Oh, my God. He's still in the league. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, though. I'll bounce back and forth between. So if I had to pick, I'm going to take one from each game, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I would take Dulcich if I were to take anyone from this game. And pretty decent odds, right? Plus 425. So not terrible at all. Again here, Dolphins defense pretty atrociously terrible. Only good against running back receiving touchdowns, which doesn't really matter, and they don't allow a lot of yards at all to wide receiver. 32nd in the league, actually, probably because they're down by so much every game. Teams don't have to throw against them, so another thing to consider is game script. Let's see. So not great. Red zone targets. Tight end 2. 7 targets to the tight end 2 is crazy. They give up the most to the tight end 2. So they don't know how to defend that 12-man set, apparently. Do we trust Marcus Mariota? He has looked serviceable recently. John Bates. John Bates is their tight end 2. Does anyone know? Is that guy nasty? His stats do not think so. He's 6 for 10, 7.8 average, 1 red zone target, 6 first reads. Those are pretty rough numbers. He has been getting targets with what's his face in Mariota. One reception, 1 target for 22 yards. That seems pretty rough. So first read is Debo, who gets the most receptions. Debo, Zach Ertz. Let's see how Debo's been recently. He got a touchdown last game. He also has 1 head-to-head. Okay, hold on. He's the 1 now, but he's technically the 2. So we'll just filter by wide receiver. Again, defense allowed pretty low. What's the spread? 2. In favor of Miami. Wow. Ja'Cory odds are decent. Plus 195. Yeah, that is pretty good, actually. A pretty good run defense. Although they just got rid of Jalen Phillips. I know he's more of a pass rusher, but see ya, Jalen Phillips. They go up the 6th most red zone carries to the RB1, and the 4th most rush yards to RB1s. Let's see, Ja'Cory. I could see Ja'Cory getting in again. Wow, it was line 7.5 for rush. They probably think the Commanders are gonna have to throw. I would assume, right? Receiving yards, yeah, no thanks. Yeah, look at all that green. It's a big discrepancy there. 3rd in carries. I think the Commanders could win this game too. I mean, the spread, when it's a low spread, that's good for overs. This game's going to be close, right? We can look at let's look at the defensive matchup here. Can you filter based on the inside the 10, inside the 5? No, it's just the red zone. Red zone's inside the 20. So 70% zone. Let's see, is there any receivers that go crazy here? Terry's out. I mean, 30% first read, but he has what? 4 catches on 5 targets. So Debo realistically is the 1. I mean, we knew that, but good to confirm. What is this? Chris Rodriguez, jeez. Man, Debo's going to have to go absolutely ballistic if they're going to win this game. He actually gets a decent amount of touchdowns, too. Plus 180 just isn't worth it, though, I don't think. End of OT. Sabres Red Wings going to shootout. It's interesting. They could filter by specific as well. What do they run? They run cover 2, cover 3. So against cover 2, Debo, it's only 6 targets. Just such a low sample. 69% of the routes. Not great there. If I were to take something from this game, it'd probably be Ja'Cory. Odds on an RB1. I mean, that's crazy. Let's see, away. How does he play away? He got 2 against the Chargers. And remember, we were just talking about the Chargers. If you're going to take anyone against them, take the RB1. Kind of interesting. I feel like you just got to take him for something. 16 carries on average, 3.2 red zone carries, all ranking in the top 10 here except for the touchdown, but they still allow half a touchdown on that. So every other game they'll give up a touchdown to the running back. They give up a lot of explosive runs comparatively to the league. If these numbers are green, that means they're in the top 10. Yellow is 10 to 20, and then red is bottom half of the league, or bottom 10. Let's see without Terry McLaurin. So he's gone over his rush attempts almost every game. Gone over his rushing yards every game. I mean, you would think so, right? His rushing... Wait, what's his rushing yard line? 28.5? What? Wait, does he get targets? Hold on. Wait, we found our play, boys. Hold on. Does he run any routes? 28%. 8 targets, 6 receptions. And it dips against zone, of course, makes sense, running back. Huh. Jeez, Debo leads the team in both. Oh, that's so bad. I think they just run the ball a crap ton. I think they have to. Against this Dolphins defense. Yards per attempt on inside zone runs 5.6. So 5.6 versus power and inside zone. Outside zone 5.7. Duo 5.4. Interesting. How often do they... 30%. Yeah, I feel like his rushing yards is probably what I'd take. Especially since he hit that without... where was it? Wow, Terry McLaurin and Luke McCaffrey. I forgot he break his collarbone? Yeah. Forgot that happened. So in the game without them, both of them, against Detroit, he got 30. Hit his rushing yards or attempts. Did not hit his rushing long. Ertz 2. Ertz 2, let's see. Ertz 2 on what? What do you got Ertz for? It's tight end 2 though. Guess we can just filter normally. Wide receiver then tight end. They do just have a discrepancy against tight end. In general. Let's see. Targets. Let's see what Ertz has been doing with what's his face? Mariota. All players, Mariota. So he's 1 out of 6 getting a touchdown. That doesn't look great. Wait, with Mariota, without Jane Daniels, in case they've played. Yeah, they have done a few. I don't know. I don't love that, but how much do they play? Just see the advanced here. Wow, this is insane stats here. No, we just want zone. So for zone, he's way better. Routes run are less, but he gets way more yards. Way more yak. 11 yards per reception. So his reception line is 3.5. This should be like 44. 40. So I'd probably take his receiving yards just specifically based off that stat. 30 targets, 25 receptions. First to read percent also goes up slightly. They don't give up a lot. Explosive pass percent, 21%. Jeez. So on a fifth of the plays, they allow an explosive. That's insane. Hawks just won. Bingo. Receptions. I don't know. I'd rather just take Ja'Cory. I think he's the best guy in this game. And I would take his... I think I'd lean his attempts. I feel like this is going to be a close game. Or, not I feel. The books feel like it's going to be a close game, which is more important than how I feel. I was also decent in all the quarters as well. Can you... You can't bet. No, you can't bet that. Chris Rodriguez odds are lower than Ja'Cory. He must just get more red zone carries. Yeah, see? That's why. Which is interesting. Some guys, like even Tyler Algier recently, taking all the red zone carries away from Bijan. It's been nuts. Okay, yeah, so I think... Oh, geez, all my hockey ones are still here. Let me get rid of those. And basketball. Oops. Okay, so right now we have Dulcich and Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt. Or Bill, if you know the lore. If you know, you know. Yeah, if you type !props, they will be there. So I will say Dulcich, anytime touchdown, and Bill over 7.5 attempts. Rush attempts. Greg Dortch and Jacoby touchdown. Is that the next game? Okay, so if I were to take a touchdown though, I'd probably just take Debo, even though the odds are chalk. Odds are chalk. I don't know. I'd probably just have to take Debo. I don't really love anything else, and I don't love the value. I really like the value on Dulcich. Holy Lad McConkey. Uh-oh. Holy Lad McConkey, he says. Again, I probably wouldn't take anyone from the Jags just because they're playing the Chargers. First read %. Also really close on BTJ. You don't know if he's going to play. It's questionable. Not something you like to see. See these odds. When a wide receiver 1 has plus 245 odds, they don't think he's going to score. Those are juiced odds for a wide receiver 1. Also, they just got what's-his-face, so hard to tell based off that. Jacoby Myers has better odds than BTJ to score a touchdown tomorrow. That is insane. He also hasn't scored a touchdown all year. So that says something about BTJ. Yikes. Actually, yikes. That is insane. So he's the 2, according to their depth chart. Wow. Yeah. That's insane. That says something about BTJ. Got Achane. Achane would probably score a touchdown, but I don't know. Achane touchdown and Waddle 80-plus yards. I think Dulcich has better value than that. Because Achane's minus 180. And then Waddle 80-plus yards. That's probably plus 1. What is it? What is his actual line? That might be his line. 73.5, yeah. So 80. You're getting minus, so you're getting that for like, yeah. Yeah, I would just rather take Dulcich. I would only sprinkle Dulcich, but I would much rather just take Dulcich at that value over both of those. Because, like, taking a guy for a touchdown for minus 175, bro, come on. What are we doing? Like, when he's so favored to score, dude, it's not worth it. Okay, again, just going to skip over this game. Don't really want to force anything there. Jags' rush defense is very, very good. Quarterback gets in some. So maybe a Herbie play. Let's see. They do give up, see, interesting. They give up 44 red zone carries, 36 running backs, but only 3 touchdowns. That is not a lot. They do not, they guard the running back very well. Tight end, they give up a lot. Big discrepancy on tight end yet again. Been a constant theme today so far. Oh, look at that. We made a field goal to cut the lead to 36 in the fourth quarter. Good job, Purdue. 53-yarder field goal. Like, holy, we are terrible. Okay, so they allowed the 6th most touchdowns, 5th most receiving touchdowns, 8th most receiving yards, and most red zone targets to the wide receiver 1. So I can see why people are saying holy Ladd McConkey. However, it is very hard to see who the wide receiver 1 is on this team. As you can see, 22, 22, and 23% first read percent. You do not know who they're going to throw to. Look at all the targets. I mean, I guess Quentin Johnston, but even then, he's still the wide receiver, or he's still getting literally the same amount of first read. I mean, it's within 0.7 of Ladd McConkey. So I do not personally like taking wide receivers on the Chargers because one of these guys will score, 100%. One of them will score, maybe multiple, maybe all of them. But at these odds, plus 165, 220, 200, do I want to risk it? Not really. Keenan Allen, I would probably just lean slightly because of the targets, red zone targets. Ladd gets more yards per game. Gadsden gets the most per route. Allen also has the most catches. You just don't know, man. You just don't know. This is such a well-organized offense. Bankwick, we only looked at the Commanders-Dolphins game. We're on the second game now with Jacksonville and the Chargers. But yeah, for that reason, it's I don't know. It's hard to tell. I would slightly lean Allen over Ladd and Quentin Johnston. It does say Johnson is questionable, so you can take that into consideration. Keenan Allen also has the best odds out of these 4, and I think the red zone targets matter. I mean, 12 red zone targets. Herbert and him have had a connection for years. He's kind of a go-to guy in these spots. But again, tight end 1, they give up so much to the wide receiver. I'd lean Keenan if I had to take something. But one of these guys will score. So do with that what you will. The route percent, 85, 85. It was 68 to Keenan Allen. So maybe that makes you lean one of these guys' favors. But when Keenan Allen's on the field, he does as much production as Ladd. So same amount of targets. He also has scored twice last time he played Jacksonville. Looks like both targets were inside the red zone because he only got 41 yards. But he got 2 touchdowns. So you can see Ladd. Yeah. Or, well, okay. I take it back. When he played them last year, it was in London, and it was on the Bears. Because Keenan Allen was on the Bears last year. So that's another thing to consider. So I don't know. I wouldn't take anything. I just don't like betting Chargers wide receivers. You could also look here. Maybe this will help us. If we look at this matchup, zone, who plays best versus zone? First read is Ladd, Keenan, then Quentin Johnston, all within 2% of each other. Keenan Allen's getting the most there by quite a wide margin. I'd still lean Keenan Allen. I'd lean Keenan Allen if I had to choose. Most targets, most receptions, most yards, most yak, and most touchdowns. Against zone, of course, and they run it 74% of the time, so that's what I would do. Keenan looks a bit better. That's what I'm saying. Also, I guess looking here, I would take Jacoby Myers. I could see why he has better odds than BDJ, but man, it's close. It's close between these guys. Some hard games right off the bat here. We just need a bigger discrepancy. Let's move on here. So I told you I'd favorite one from each. So if I had to pick, I'd take Ja'Cory from this game. Then I'd take Jacoby Myers. Where is he? He's all the way at the bottom. Jacoby. And then I'd take Keenan Allen. I could see you going anywhere here. I could see you going Ladd, Keenan Allen. I would go Keenan Allen basically because he has more red zone targets. Same amount of targets as Ladd. I probably wouldn't pick Quentin Johnston, but now that I say that, he's probably going to get a touchdown. It's all very close with Chargers wide receivers. More of the story. I wouldn't take a running back, so that's good. Also, what's his face? He's not here. Amarian Hampton is out. Vidal is getting a lot of red zone carries, actually, for the limited time he's played, or like really played. Include IR. Let's take out Najee and Hampton. So 3 out of his 5 games, he's kind of in a pattern. If you like patterns, bang, 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 bang. Also, he scored against Miami. We kind of like Bill for that reason. They give up a lot to running backs. ETN is 28 red zone carries compared to Bashal Tutin's 13. That's why he's plus money. But again, we don't... Actually, we kind of do like running backs for the Chargers, so... I don't know. Maybe you take ETN, but minus 105. I mean, that's not ideal, right? Let's see, some offensive tackles are out here. Doesn't seem to have affected him that much. Ooh, good game here. Really good game here. Team share percent, Gadsden looks like he has a high percent in the last 3 games. He probably has. Dude's been balling recently. Let's see. Yeah, Ladd in the last... So, we like doing... Similar to hockey, I like doing uptrends here. So, Ladd 27%, Ladd 28%. So, he's getting decent there. Let's see his reception target ratio. So, yeah, he had 15 targets, 9 receptions against Indy. And something like that can certainly happen. Receptions are all super close. Red zone. Oh, Gadsden kills in the red zone recently. Especially in his last 3 games, yeah. So has he got touchdowns? He has got touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. 5. He's not dropping the ball. He's being pretty consistent, except this game, actually, against Pittsburgh. Oh, look, the red zone. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean for sure there. So, see, there's another thing you could look at, you know? It's like, who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be McConkey? I think Johnston's kind of out of the race. Is it going to be Gadsden? Is it going to be Keenan? Is it going to be McConkey? I would rank... Man, based off this, though, I'd probably pick Gadsden. What was his... What was the defense against the tight ends? I might lean Gadsden. Yeah, for sure. I'd take Gadsden because of the defensive matchups and because the teams share the red zone share here in the last 3 and last 5 games from the Chargers. I'm actually going to keep this tab open. If you guys are on Propfinder, you could just open multiple tabs, have them open at the same time. Let's see. Red zone carries. See, Vidal's got 9. So if a running back scores for them, it's going to be Vidal. I mean, we know that. It's not going to be Patterson. I don't even know who that is. You could also filter by last game. So red zone share split right down the middle between Ladd and Gadsden. Keenan got 1. Ladd got the tutty. So, I don't know. Let's see, red zone targets. Gadsden's got the most in the last 5 games and last 3 games. So, yeah, I'd lean Gadsden. I think you're right. I think you're right, Jesse. Good call. Okay, let's get into this Bucks game. This Bucks-Bills game. Who do you guys think takes it? Who takes it? Let's do a poll. Let's run a poll quick. I think I can still do polls. Yeah. Bucks or Bills? Bucks, Bills. I think... Ooh, what would I take? Who's at home? Let's see, who's at home? Bills. I feel like I'd have to lean Bills for that, mainly. That's a close one, though. Coleman got benched and Kincaid is out. Why'd Coleman get benched? Did he actually get benched? He's plus 320. That seems about right for him, though, no? Bills got to prove themselves after the last game. That's true. That's true. I'm mainly leaning Bills because Bucky Irving is out. Chris Godwin's out. They're just not 100%. They have a lot of injuries on the defensive end as well. Bills at home. They got to win that game. This is a must win for both teams, really. Obviously, the NFL is not like that. Not everyone can win. Bucks allow a decent amount of rushing touchdowns. Let's see if James Cook has got one. Oops. James Cook has got one last time. He hasn't played him recently. 74%, 56% on the year. Jeez. Bucks cover the spread? Probably. Probably a low spread, though. Yeah. -6. I don't think I'd give the Bills that much leeway. I think you're right. Is he really? So Coleman's done. Oops. Wow. Interesting. So he's actually benched. He's done. He's not playing. Allen takes all of his touchdowns. Does he? Wow. He really does. He has 7 touchdowns. Yards after carry, 136. 17 red zone carries. Yeah. That's insane. They allow a lot of receiving yards to 160 per game to wide receivers, 51 to running backs. Wow. Wow, Bucks defense is cooked. Holy. They don't allow a lot of red zone carries to RB1s. Knox or Palmer for first tutty. Do I have to pick between those guys? Let's see. Receiving touchdowns. So red zone targets. They're giving up the most to the 1. Let's filter by Bills here for a sec. Oh, we could just filter a game. Actually, no. I feel like it's better to go by team. Just do all. Make it realistic. Last 5. Red zone share. 22%, 20%. Josh Palmer. Where's Coleman? Oh my god, 10.7. Josh Palmer. Wow. Wait, why does it say he's 33%? Wait, am I tripping? 33% red zone targets, and he's got 1 in the last 3 games, and all of these other guys have 1. Huh? James Cook. Coleman is a healthy scratch. That's actually insane. Yeah, Cook's odds are way too low. Running backs like him are really just effective or also always super low. Wow, so Coleman being out, Kincaid is out, so they have Shakir, Josh Palmer, and Gabe Davis, and Elijah Moore. Oh no, the Bills might be cooked. Is Coleman, like, mad at the Bills? Like, why is he getting benched? Healthy scratch? Like, that's crazy, man. So Josh Palmer is the next man up. Wide receiver. You'd have to take the 1. But he might be the 1. Is Shakir really? Shakir looks good. I don't know. They drafted it before Lad. No way. Oh no. Oh, wait, we have to filter here. I'm gonna also have this one open. Oh, did Purdue do something? Oh, we got a touchdown. Look at that. Very nice. Good job, boys. Good work. Good work. That's crazy. Drafting him before Lad is insane. I'm only doing this so I could just get all of these games off, like filtered, and have it keep the filters. Okay. So we have 31% to Shakir. Yeah, it's pretty insane. But what's Josh Palmer recently doing? See, the recency matters, you know? Like, okay, so it's Josh Palmer and Shakir. Shakir's plus what, 2 something? Plus 225. Shakir will eat in this game. Well, it's definitely between Shakir and Josh Palmer. They don't give up a lot to the tight end. They give up a lot to wide receivers. Typically, it looks like actually the wide receiver 2, which is interesting. They also give up a lot to the wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 1 gets a lot of the red zone targets, but I think it's Palmer. I honestly think it's Palmer. Because he's going to be the 2. So he's going to get probably more yards. And the recent stats are in his favor. And he has the highest red zone share on the team in the season. That's just not right. Oh, share percent because his targets. Yeah, that is right. So he has no touchdowns. But he has 3 red zone targets on 20 targets. 3 of them. That's insane. Shakir yards. I don't know. I feel like it's a trap. I feel like it's got to be Palmer. Palmer's stats against zone don't look great, but he's only had 7 catches. 188 air yards. So these are deep threat. Like, he has more than Shakir. And if Coleman's actually cooked, let's look at Keon Coleman news. Signs pointing to him being healthy scratch. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I cannot believe Shakir might not be 100. I'm going with my gut. I'm taking Josh Palmer. I think he's going to cook tomorrow. Plus 410 as well. Take his receiving yards. 19.5. Look at this. He had all of his games. Let's see without Shakir. Or not Shakir. What's his face? Coleman. Where was he last year? Was he in Buffalo last year? Oh, I don't know where he was last year. His reception line is 1.5. I think he's got to go way over. Is it confirmed, though, that Coleman is for sure out? Because if it's not for sure confirmed, I don't want to take it. Or, like, tell you guys I think this is a good play. I just think recency is pointing up. Look at this red zone share. It's like the same. 2%. I get that he has had, like, more targets because he's been on the field more. But if Keon Coleman's out, Josh Palmer just slips right in that role. A lot of Bills reporter posted it. Check without Kincaid as well. You're right. Does anyone know, was he on the Bills last year? I assume he was. Who's he playing a lot? No. Kansas City, Denver, Kansas City. He was on the Denver, Vegas. Who else is in that division? Chargers. He was on the Chargers. Okay, yeah. I remember him on the Chargers. Okay. Without Keon and without Kincaid. So he hasn't played a game without Coleman yet. Because it makes sense. He's only played 6 games. I think Palmer's gonna go over. I think he's gonna get a touchdown. I think he's gonna go over his yards for sure. He might be my favorite play for tomorrow. Man, I feel like that's like such good value. Only 19 yards. He's their wide receiver 2 tomorrow, if Coleman's out. There's 3 red zone targets. Coleman has 5. First read percent, only 13. But look, Kincaid and Coleman are out. This guy's next man up. I'm telling you guys, he's next man up. He's got to be. He's getting a touchdown tomorrow. Like, unless it's Knox, but look at their defense to tight ends. That's actually pretty bad. But it's also bad to the 2. So, I don't know. Yo, what's up, Tara? Welcome. I'm basically glazing Josh Palmer because I think this guy's going to pop off tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's the move. Especially with a quarterback like Josh Allen. Come on now. Like with Tua taking a guy on the Dolphins, it's like, you really want to take a, I don't know. You really want to take that? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, okay, let's move on. I think that's the lock for this game. I'm an Eagles fan. Eagles are about to have their secondary exposed. Yeah, Jair said, I'm retiring. Goodbye. My roommate's an Eagles fan, and he's been complaining about their secondary all year, as well as their offensive play calling, which I know that has been bad. But I will see it in person on Black Friday in a week. Or 2 weeks. Wait, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 Fridays. Bills are bringing up Gabe Davis. Fair point. Very fair point. Let's check. Has he played? He has played. But Josh Palmer's still above him. You know what I mean? I think Josh Palmer will fill that role. His receiving line is higher. Oh, wait, this is Keon Coleman. I did not mean to click on you, buddy. Gabe Davis. He does not have any props. He's plus 500 to score a touchdown. Of course he scored 2 against Chicago. Was this the game I was at? No, James Cook scored like 3 touchdowns that game. That was terrible. Jeez, yeah. That is insane. Yeah, I mean, Gabe Davis could get called up. I mean, he should. He really should. Let's see, Gabe Davis. See, Gabe Davis is right up there with the red zone targets. But that's the last 5 games. It's got to be Palmer. Yo, what's up, Jeff? Welcome. Welcome back. Am I going to play Amon-Ra yardage? We will see, Garrett. I'm telling you right now, Dylan Gabriel is going to get benched tomorrow. I hope so. I want them to give Shedeur a chance. I don't care. Like, bro, the Browns need to switch it up. They are terrible. Not like I'm saying anything new here, but it's bad. It's really bad. Wow, from this year to last year, all of their defenses got like Their defense got a little better, I guess. They give up more yards, though. It's funny. Anyway. Receiving yards per game, the Bucs give up a lot. What's James Cook line for receiving yards? 11.5. And they give up a lot. Has Gabe Davis even played a game since coming back to Buffalo? It does look like he has. I think when I clicked on him, we saw that. Where is he? Am I absolutely blind? No, hold on. Let me just click here and then go to depth chart. Gabe Davis. Oh, no, he hasn't. He hasn't played a game all year. Hey, yo, Jesse, chill. Chill. Bears defense is perfect. No, it is not. Jalen Johnson practice window opened either today or yesterday, though, so that was good news for us. Need him back, bro. We need him. They give up a lot. Wow, rank 11. It's crazy. So there's only, 10 teams that have allowed a receiving touchdown to a running back, too. Wide receiver. Holy. Bills give up the most to wide receiver ones. Wow. Wow. Who is their one? Egbuka is going off tomorrow. Take him for 700 receiving yards. This guy is exposing the Bills' defense. The Bills don't have a defense, apparently, to the wide receiver one. Because, wow, is this guy going to expose them? Bears are looking good this year. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say it. But Bears are fun to watch. I will say that. Look for zone as well. Yeah. So, wide receiver one's definitely what you want to look at. Maybe a tight end. And then I typically don't like betting on running backs. Wow, the Bills do give up a lot, though. Rashad White is plus 165. So Egbuka is more likely to score. That means Vegas is siding with the fact that they give up the most receiving yards to the wide receiver one. The next receiver is also Chris Godwin, who is dead, and Sterling Shepard, who is not good at football. And then Tez Johnson and Ryan Miller is their wide receiver too. I don't even know who that is. So Egbuka is going to pop off tomorrow. 31% first read. He's having one of the most insane seasons ever. For a rookie especially. Jeez. This guy is nasty. Look at this. 605 yards. The next closest is Cade Otton in 280. What? Excuse me? Yeah, we're taking Egbuka. Let's check the stats here. Bills. Not Bills, Bucks. Where are the Bucks? Why would I unselected Bills and then just selected them again? Share percent. Okay, so he's getting 45%, but Bucky's getting 45%, but he's out. So Egbuka is he's gonna get the most. He's just gonna get the most. And you could even see that. You could see that uptick easy. I'd take him for a touchdown and 100 receiving yards, genuinely. Plus 447. Wow. Wait, what was his normal line? 60? I'd take that. Easy. Let's see. Without Mike Evans, without Chris Godwin, and without Bucky Irving, as he played with them. So he got 24, 35, and 115. Only got a touchdown in one of them, which is interesting. Hit his longest reception in two of them. Surprises me that he didn't get a touchdown in these games. Oh, 9 targets and 3 receptions. Okay, Josh Allen wants to give you... oh my god. Baker Mayfield wants to give you the ball. Look for zone as well. Bear down, Daniel. Tutorial for receiving yards. No, I don't. This week, my plan is to record a video every single day and just... I need to prepare for next week when I'm not going to be here. So... next week I'm going to record a ton of videos and then schedule them. Maybe some next week, but definitely some the week after when I'm not here. Just so you guys have stuff to look forward to. Because I won't be able to stream. Well, maybe. My roommate said I might be able to stream at his setup, so we'll see if that's even a thing. All I care about is Egbuka and him getting 17 billion yards right now, because that is happening. I need to make sure I'm favoriting on the right page. Did I favorite him over here? Egbuka, yeah. So we need to favorite him on this one. And not on this one. Let me just clear these ones. Okay, so we want him for a touchdown. We want his receiving yards. And I'll probably sprinkle him to get 100. Plus 447, getting enough targets. Let me update the props for you guys quick. So if someone types !mark props, they're actually getting everything that we have so far. Okay, I'm going to change this. Anytime touchdown we have. Also just keep it on screen for a sec here so you guys can take a look. Dolchich. Bill. If you guys don't know who Bill is, it's just Jacory Krosky Merritt. Myers. Keenan. Oh wait, no, we like Gadsden more. Gadsden. So I'm gonna take Keenan off. We like Gadsden, we like Palmer, and we like Egbuka. My favorites, if I had to pick from this list, my favorites are Palmer and Egbuka. I really like those guys. Really, really like those guys. And then, yeah, I'm just going to put the... Actually, no, I should put yards too. Egbuka over 57.5. 100 plus, and Palmer over... I can't believe Palmer's line is only 19.5. That seems crazy, crazy low. Bill over 7.5. Okay, can someone type !mark props to make sure that works? That should work. Can you look at Booth from the Steelers? Yeah, I will. Deuce, a lot of the Propfinder guys are high on him, so I'm actually excited to see his stats. And Jeremy, I don't have a tutorial on that yet, but I'm gonna be recording a lot of videos recently, just getting stuff out. Because next week I will not be here. I will be in Philadelphia for the Bears game, so I want to make sure you guys have stuff to watch and research. Okay, so I think we're good on this game. Yeah, we have Palmer and Egbuka, so we're good on this game. Let's move on. Move on to the next, boys. Oops. I just want to make sure all of this is ready to go. And we have... We'll just have nothing here. Okay. Bears, Vikings, my Chicago Bears. I should put on a Bears jersey, actually. Loveland, come on now. Don't play. Colston Loveland. Hi, Colston Loveland. Take off my hoodie. I'm putting on my Colston Loveland jersey. Screw this. Oh, my headset's on my head. My hoodie. Obviously, my headset's on my head. Stupid. Come on, lock me in. Lock me in, Chad. Lock me in. Come on now. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Lock me in. Come on. Bear down, baby. I also have a Caleb jersey. What do the red zone share look like for Dulcich? For Dulcich, we were mainly going off. It's actually a good point. I don't think I was looking at this tab at that time. Good point. Good point. Let me. Oh, that's actually the way to do it. There we go. Why is it not working? Never mind. It's just not working. Dolphins. Okay, Dulcich. Well, here's the thing, right? We know it's going to be low. So 0%. But Darren Waller retired. Tyreek broke his leg. Jalen Waddle's in the wide receiver 1 slot, and they give up the most to tight ends. And since Darren Waller just said, see ya, I'm retiring, Dulcich is filling... Okay, before I keep saying that, I need to make sure he actually retired. So I'd feel bad if he didn't. He was just, broke his leg. Injury isn't expected to be season-ending. Pectoral. Okay, so he didn't just retire. I honestly thought he did. I must have just... saw a meme on that. But Dulcich, in the 3 games that he's played this season, he did nothing in the first one. So I don't know how many routes or whatever he ran. But then he got 5 targets, 5 receptions, 49 yards, 4 targets, 1 reception, 22 yards. So now he's getting action, right? And you don't want to take a guy like Achane because he's just minus 180. So the value isn't there. Dulcich is in a good spot. Tyreek broke his leg. Good defensive matchup there, right? So he's just in a good spot, good value. That's mainly why I'm on him, right? We'll get to JSN. Don't worry, we'll get to him. I'm gonna do everyone on the slate. I might not do Monday because I might want to do a stream tomorrow just for that game. But we'll see. JJ McCarthy, anytime touchdown. I hate JJ McCarthy. Hate that guy. We better win tomorrow. I'm a Commanders fan, so I know they'll cook us. I was just wondering. Oh, you know tight ends cook us. Yeah. That's why. That's the reason. Appreciate... how do you say that? V18? I like that name. V18? V18, probably. Malik Washington, maybe, too. Yeah, Nina, now that he's... or Tyreek broke his leg, Malik Washington moves up to that 2 slot. So if you just want to go strictly off the defense, that's a good... it's a good one. A Vayton. Gotcha. Satan with a V. Gotcha, buddy. Love that. Okay. My Chicago Bears give up the 4th most touchdowns, 4th most receiving touchdowns, 7th most yards, 7th most rushing yards, and 9th most red zone targets. And that's not good. Okay. The reason is we are all dead. We know that. Wide receiver 1, obviously, most receiving touchdowns, of course. Okay, so the wide receiver 1 and 3, Nashawn Wright, I guess, is kind of a nasty. Jeez, holy. Okay, so, wow. We just get cooked. But do I trust JJ McCarthy? And do I want to bet against the Bears? Not really. Let's see who's been cooking recently on the Vikings. I hate doing this, but data doesn't lie, and you gotta trust the data. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen anyway. Justin Jefferson in the last 3 games has 17 catches. Same amount of red zone share as Jordan Addison, though. Interesting. Very interesting there. Red zone carries. Jordan Mason actually gets more red zone carries than Aaron Jones. Actually, no, Aaron Jones was hurt. He just got his first start. So Jordan Addison, yeah. Jordan Addison is probably the guy you want here. Especially if they have a good defense. Yeah. Yeah, pretty decent. Pretty sure Jefferson scored in the first game against us. Yeah. But it was like right at the end. They looked terrible until they somehow came back and won. That was just a generational collapse. Common Bears moment. Let's look here quick. So we play zone 64% of the time. We blitz a lot. Dennis Allen is a blitzing head coach or defensive coordinator, and I love it. Defense is fun to watch, man. Oh, Jalen Naylor. So Jordan Addison, look at all this green, right? Not only does he have more yards than Justin Jefferson, just the raw yards, but he has more yards after catch, more first read. Oh, wait, sorry, that's Jalen Naylor. Of course he doesn't have more yards than Justin Jefferson. But he has about the same increase. No touchdowns, though, against zone, which is notable. All of their touchdown... Where's Jordan Addison? Does he not have a touchdown this year? No, didn't he just get one last game? He does have touchdowns. So he got one against Cleveland and LA, both on the road. Jones had to... Oh, my God. So Deuce, what are you trying to say there? Trying to say this guy, this bum is gonna get some touchdowns today or tomorrow? Yeah, not good. That is not good. Do not like that. 3 out of 3 is absolutely nasty work. Jordan Mason on the season is getting more. It's also because Aaron Jones is dead half the year. Aaron Jones only has 36 carries on the season. 2 of them are red zone carries. Oh no. We're going to get cooked by Aaron Jones, aren't we? Our rushing defense hasn't actually been that bad recently. Receiving as well. I should just let the data speak for itself. What am I talking about? No, see, I know what I'm talking about. But recently, team defensive stats. Let's see. Let's see the Bears. Oh, we're pretty bad. Wow. No, we're terrible. No, we are terrible. See, all of it is. See how all of it is green and yellow, except for the picks, which is good. This is good in our case, because the Bears pick off everyone all the time. Oops, why did I just do that? What was I on? Team share? Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a strong probability that Aaron Jones cooks us on the ground tomorrow. I also think, plus 115. See, Jordan Mason has 17 carries. He's plus 230. Sorry, Aaron Jones has 2, but he's plus 115. You could just tell they think Aaron Jones is fully back. I know he's been back, obviously. I know that. He played last week, but that odds discrepancy is pretty crazy. They think Aaron Jones is fully healthy, fully back to take on that RB1 role, which I would think as well, right? But it's nice when the books confirm your thoughts. It's always a good starting point. 10 red zone targets to the wide receiver 1. More than half of them have been touchdowns. That is not good, especially when you're playing Justin Jefferson. So that guy is decent. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Not many people have heard of him, but he's actually decent. Yeah, so, yep. Yeah, he's decent. Unfortunately. Oh, yeah, Jordan Addison didn't play. Jordan Addison didn't play in that first game because he was suspended because I'm not going to guess what he did. Speeding? I don't know. This is man zone. So Justin Jefferson, obviously the highest first read. Jordan Addison pretty close behind. If I had to pick, let's see, last 5 and then 3. Last 5, Jordan Addison is leading in red zone targets. Last 3, Jefferson is. Now I just look at odds. I don't know. They don't seem to know either. Plus 120, plus 165. I hope none of it happens. I'd probably bet Addison, to be honest. I don't care how good Palmer looks. He's banned. He's getting a touchdown tomorrow. It's happening. I'm sorry. It's already in the script. Bet it if you'd like. If not, I will gladly take a Palmer touchdown. He's my favorite. I think him and Buka might be my favorite. But he looks absolutely insane. It looks like Addison's going to get the yards, Jefferson's going to get the touchdown. That's what I've come to conclude. Holy. Justin Jefferson has 236 yak on zone coverage. Oh my gosh, this guy is unbefrickin-believable. Egbuka better, that rookie. Well, yeah, Egbuka's better. I'm not saying Palmer's better than Egbuka. I just think Palmer's at a really good spot to score tomorrow. That is true. They have had different quarterbacks. I mean, just the targets, but again, Addison has been out for half the year, so Jefferson doesn't do good against the Bears usually. Yes. His last 2 games he got a touchdown against us on 73 yards, 44 yards. So I think he does go under this line though. Well, I don't know. This one was at home. Looks like at home he's just better. Let's see. We could also filter by that. Home. Can my mouse work? There we go. Another thing you could do is see how many targets you think they're going to get, red zone targets. So if we think like Jordan Addison, I mean he's got 9 on the season. Like that's pretty insane. In his last 3 games he has 3. In his last 5 he has 9. So if you think, I think it's safe to assume he'll get a red zone target. So red zone target 1. Yeah, I mean that's pretty decent there. Let's see with JJ if he's played with them here. Also filter that. So he got a red zone target against Baltimore, didn't corral it, but had 11 targets and only 3 catches. Wow. That is terrible. Jake LaRivia sold his double-double. What did he finish with? Did he do anything? NBA hasn't been nice to me this season for some reason. Oh, Murray hit his assist. Good. Good work, Murray. Austin Reeves hit his threes. Good. LaRivia hit his boards. Oh, Emmanuel quickly didn't hit. Oh, my God. And Hurdle scored. I cannot wait till I can straight bet. I hate doing parlays. I lost 3 out of 4 of my parlays by 1 leg, and they were all 3-leg parlays. That is just insane. Yeah, we did the Dolphins game. So wait, LaRivia, what did he... Yeah, he got 6 boards. It's because they won by so much. He probably only got like 20 minutes in the game. Let's see. Holy, he had 37 minutes. He went 1 for 10? Oh my God, the read was there. He had 4 points shooting 1 for 10. Are you serious? The read was actually there. Oh my God, that's insane. Oh, nah. Oh, no. I just got a notification on Jamal Murray's assist. We took that on stream. That's good work right there. Emmanuel quickly didn't hit because he got benched in the 4th quarter because they were up by 30 points. Just unfortunate. He had 12, 7, and 3, so he had 21. He needed 6, so it was possible. That's just rough. Who would I take in this game? I don't know who I'd take in this game. It's really close between Jefferson and Addison. My gut is leaning Addison. My brain is leading Jefferson, but I don't know. I also don't want to bet on anyone in this game because I don't want the Bears to give up a touchdown. So I'm slightly biased towards the Bears. Although this data looks insane. I would also Justin Jefferson odds are terrible. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't even take him for a touchdown anyway. I would take Addison. Yeah, I would take Addison. And tight end 1, they give up a lot too. What about Hawk? T-Hawk, is he doing anything? No. See, when the discrepancy is that high, you just know it's not worth. Bears have not beat a divisional opponent, although we should have beat the Vikings week 1. We got stomped by the Lions 52 to something. Doesn't even matter. Could have been 52 to 0 for all I care. And then we lost by 1 to the Vikings, and it was absolute disaster. We were up 24 to 9 or something going in the 4th quarter, and we lost. So that wasn't great. Generational collapse. Anyway, I don't know. I'd take Addison. I'm just gonna go with my gut and move on. I think Addison's the best play here. Okay. So rushing yards per game, interesting. Where's the... Bears don't give up anything to the quarterback? Interesting. So the Vikings give up a lot of red zone carries to everything. Wide receiver 1 yards. Wide receiver 2 red zone carry or red zone targets. Running back 1 red zone carries. So Swifty, is he gonna get in there? He's plus 140. Kaminaga is plus 195. Caleb has 48 carries. This dude's such a dog. Caleb's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I would bet that. If you have a future to bet that, do it right now. Put 10K on it, you'll be a millionaire in 10 years. 30 years. It's an investment. Do it. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a biased Bears fan. Please trust me. Please trust me. But he will be a Hall of Famer. 100%. 100%. Dude has all the talent in the world. An absolute dog. Rome. Let's see here. Wow, Caleb has more red zone carries than Kyle, on guy. Caleb gets 27 per game. Detroit money line against the Eagles. I don't know. I never bet money lines. I never know who's gonna win. I don't. That's why I use Propfinder, because I can never guess who's gonna win. I literally always get it wrong. I took the Browns or the Packers to beat the Browns and they lost. On a parlay, so I had the. Oh, what did I have? I had like 3 of the easiest ones, like Packers, Bills, and something else. That was annoying though. Okay, red zone share. Colston Loveland, 34%. Has as many targets as Roma Dunze, Alameda Zacchaeus. Although Alameda doesn't know how to catch the ball. Can we catch the ball tomorrow, please? Like, jeez, he was terrible last game. Should look at AJ Brown. Will do. Caleb is a beast. Caleb's a dog. Caleb will be a Hall of Famer, 100%. Last 3 games, it's been a Dunze. Last 3 games, he has 4 red zone targets and 1 touchdown. That's rough. We're going to have to up that, buddy. I'm so glad we got Rome. Rome and Caleb from one draft class. Absolute master class of a draft from Ryan Poles. Not like it was very hard to get those guys, but... okay, so... Also, is Komet out? I think he's back. Cole Komet is back. Good. Colson Loveland, geez. 18 receptions, 24 targets, 273 yards. What were we looking for here, though? Looking for running backs, honestly. Not a lot of touchdowns, though. A lot of carries. Wow, not a lot of touchdowns at all. 6 only? Yeah, that's very low. Never mind. Actually, I wouldn't mind a tight end here. I wouldn't mind a Loveland. Ben Johnson effect for real. Love Loveland, yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of leaning him now. Jeez, he had 2 in that Cincy game. Then did pretty decent against the Giants as well. Got what you need. Let's see. Loveland, I mean, way more than Cole Komet. They've all played 5 games. Wait, what? Oh, I'm on last 5. I'm like, what? That's not right. Loveland has not played 8 games, has he? He has. He played? What? He was injured in those 2 games, I know for a fact. Anyway, I think Loveland. I think Loveland's the best. You can see the uptick in his usage as well. 2 targets, 2 receptions, and then his last 4, he has 4 targets, 5 targets, 7 targets, 4 targets. So, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Also good against this zone coverage. Low first read percent, but still getting... Or wait, sorry. I mean, he's a tight end, so he's going to get a low percentage. But odds on, like, the best guys on the team are never worth it. Like, Rome Odunze, and he's on a drop-off. He's on a downtrend, so it's like... I don't know. Rome still has the highest share, sure. 10 red zone targets, 30% red zone share on the team. Last 3, 37%. Last 4, or last 5, it's been Loveland and him. So, I don't know. I would take Loveland. But that's why this data is available for you guys, too. And take what you want. Take maybe Odunze yards, receiving yards per game. It's over, let's see, what's his line? 53.5, yeah. He has gone under in all games versus Minnesota. But, I mean, 10 targets, 5 receptions, 7 targets, 2 receptions, and he got 39 yards. And then 9-6. Yeah, so. Why does Loveland have a bad PF rating? PF rating accounts, so for touchdowns, it's always going to be pretty bad. Because a guy, especially like Loveland, to get a touchdown, it's just doesn't happen too often, right? But the reason I like him tomorrow is he's on he's getting more usage, he's getting more targets in the red zone especially. He plays well versus zone, but things you have to look at, like last 5 average is going to be low. 2025 average, going to be low. Hit rate, gonna be low. It's actually not 0%, so I don't know why that says 0%. Last 5 hit rate, 20%. So, you know, PF rating for touchdowns is gonna be low, just generally. But yeah, I would lean Loveland. So, oops, I figured him in the wrong thing again, didn't I? Dang it. But also another thing, so Loveland, even though he might not look the best, like as good as Odunze in the last 3 games, he looks good in last 5. He looks good with the defensive matchup here. Right here, Loveland, you can see all this green here. This just means he does better versus zone. And the odds. So value betting is very important. If you're not getting good value, you're not making good bets. So like, sure, Odunze probably will score a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he has, almost triple the red zone targets. But also, Loveland started the season injured. Komet has been injured recently. It all depends just on scheme of what's happening. I'd go Monangai. He'd be stealing Swift tutties. Monangai's touchdowns recently have actually been when Swift was hurt. So Swift is actually, wait, he didn't score against Cincinnati? Dude, he was a dog against Cincinnati. Kyle Monangai is a very good running back. Famous Jameis stat line finna look like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. Honestly, though. Dude, I can't wait for Jameis to play. He's so fun to watch. He's so fun. So Packers defense wouldn't really want to bet against it. Maybe a tight end, Theo Johnson. Packers, I know my roommate's a Packers fan. He hates how they can never cover a tight end. So I would actually just probably take him. I actually would probably take Theo Johnson here. Let's see. Giants. Giant. Oh, it's sorted by... Wait, what? There. It's sorted by city. Okay. That's 5. compared to last 3. So Theo Johnson and Daniel Bellinger, 2 tight ends, have the highest red zone share. I know it's kind of hard because Jackson Dart has been in, starting with Jameis now. Maybe they'll use, but they have to use their tight ends. They don't have any wide receivers. They have Wan'Dale Robinson, and who? Jalen Hyatt. Who are they going to use? Ray? Like, who is Gunnar Olszewski? Like, who is that? Yeah, exactly. And now that Darius Slayton's out, too. Theo and Packers D touchdown. Same game parlay. Jameis will throw 4 to 5 touchdowns. 1 will be to the defense. Honestly, though, I can't blame you. You're probably right. That's hilarious, bro. I can't wait to see a Micah Parsons pick 6 on the 2-yard line. That'd be funny. Like, literally, who do they have, though? They have Wan'Dale, Theo Johnson, Ray. That's it. Darius Slayton's done. It's gotta be Theo Johnson. Now, Packers defense is really good, so I don't know how much I'd put on that. But I mean, Giants have been scrappy, and Packers have been pretty bad. So I think that's a pretty easy read there. Johnson has double everyone else, and he's the second read guy, plus 240. Yeah, it's a decent pick there for sure. Okay. Giants defense is atrocious, especially on the ground, which is funny because their edge rushers are really good. They have Abdul Carter. Shoot, who's the other guy? Burns, is he? He's not an edge, is he? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, they have a decent D-line group. See, red zone carries, they don't allow very many because teams want to throw against them. Can't even combine defensive Packers CD with Theo. That's how you know it's going to hit. Absolutely. They fired Dable. Does that mess up the style of play? They actually played pretty well against the Bears. They just blew it in the 4th. I mean, Jackson Dart got concussed, but I still think we would have came back and won anyway. We had the whole momentum swing, so I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know how the Giants' style of play has been, but it wasn't very good with Dable, considering they had, they have talent. Like, they shouldn't be a 2-8 team or whatever they are. 2-7, whatever they are. They should not be that bad. Now, this is going to be hard. Zone, they only play 54%, so it's not really even worth using this tab, but we could still use it for the first read. Dobbs, Golden, Christian Watson. Oh, I hate the Packers so much. They're so stupid. They're just terrible. They're just the worst. They're so dumb. Josh Wiley. Who? He got a touchdown. What's this guy? Plus 1,700. Oh my god. Yeah, they should be above 500. What has their schedule been? So they are 2-8. So they lost to the Cowboys first, or no. They lost to that was preseason. So they lost to the Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs. They beat the Chargers. That's a big win. Then they lost to the Saints. That's when you know their season's over. Then they got killed by the Eagles. Lost that huge game to the Broncos. Oh my god. Got killed by the Eagles again. Lost to the Niners, lost to the Bears. Oh, wow. Them beating the Chargers is crazy. Oh, wait, no, they killed the Eagles. Wait, 30. Am I reading this right? 34 in favor of the Giants? What? I actually forgot. Yeah, my roommate was pretty pissed. Oops. Okay, so Wiley, Jacobs, Dobbs. Wiley, Jacobs, Dobbs. Jacobs has 3 touchdowns. I'm not taking Josh Jacobs, though. He's probably... I'm going to guess... I was going to guess minus 200, but I saw it. So, yeah, minus 222. Not worth it. Savion Williams. Forgot they have Savion. He wears a Guardian cap, Savion. Not making fun. You could wear a Guardian cap if you want. If it makes you feel better, buddy. Those stupid Packers. Not making fun, but I completely am making fun of him, so. Luke Musgrave. Maybe we take a Musgrave. To the 2. 2 and 3. No, not 3. Packers traded for Micah Parsons. They're not even going to win their division. You don't like him for 2 touchdowns? Jacobs? I don't know if I would ever like a guy for 2 touchdowns. Giants don't give up red zone carries either because, again, they have a good defensive... Giants have a pretty decent defense. BTJ rolled out. Oh, my God. Jacoby Myers is actually going to hit then. That's what I said, too. That's probably why his odds were better. Dang, Nuggets killed the T-Wolves. Trevor's such a mop. Giants front forwards elite. Exactly, Josh. They're a very, very good front. Very good D-line. Wow, Dobbs has a lot of... Why is Savion plus 1,000? 1 reception, 1 touchdown for 8 yards. I feel like Savion does more than that, no? Wow. That's interesting. I would have figured he did more than that. I mean, uptrend is this Josh Wiley guy. Luke Musgrave apparently doesn't know how to play football. Christian Watson's getting a ton of yards. No red zone targets. Just a little concerning. Probably, I guess I'd take Dobbs if anything. But the odds are decent, actually. But the Packers only scored 1 touchdown last game, and it was Josh Jacobs. So, I don't know. I don't even know if they know how to play football anymore. They're minus 7, so, like, surely they'll remember how. It's hard with the zone coverage. Man, so who plays better against both? It is, I don't know, Dontavian Wicks is the first read. That's interesting. No, he's not. He only ran 30 routes. So Romeo Dobbs is running routes 80% of the time on man, 75% of the time on zone. Yeah, I mean, Matthew Golden they like running him on man. Could see a deep ball to Golden. Yeah, I think Packers TDs are pretty sus. I personally won't take anything, but I said I'm going to pick one from each game. Oh, man, I don't know, though. This is a really rough one. Who's their wide receiver, too? Golden? Maybe he gets one? He hasn't got a touchdown yet. I don't know. 285. He's a deep threat. They're not utilizing him right. What has he got recently, though? Has he done anything? Golden. No, he's done nothing. Literally nothing. 9 receptions, 50 yards. I mean, in his last 3 games. Dog, really? Does he have a red zone? He has 2 red zone targets in his last 5 games. Golden is hot garbage. I don't know about that. I just don't think they're utilizing him right. I think he's been a dog. Yeah, exactly. He hasn't been used at all. If I were to take anything, screw it, I'd take him. I don't know. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that, though. But if I were to, I would take Golden. If I held a gun to my head and I needed to pick someone, I'd take him. Okay. Texans, Titans. Oh my god. Titans are about to get dog walked. I think he was hurt last week. Was he? Like he got hurt last week? Golden questionable? I don't know. I'm being honest. I would not take anyone on the Packers. Like Josh Jacobs probably. I don't know. I wouldn't take anyone. I would just let's gloss over it. I don't know. I know I said I was going to pick someone, but I would highly recommend staying off that game. I don't know who's going to score. I didn't play last game. Against the Eagles? Interesting. If he doesn't play, I guess you could take Dobbs, but then there's just no value. You just need value when you're betting touchdowns, or else it's literally not worth it at all. Okay, Texans have only allowed 18 touchdowns on the season. I do not see them allowing... Didn't they lose, actually, to the Titans? Or no, they beat the Cardinals. Yeah, Texans won 26-0. They got 20 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. That's insane. So I'm not taking anyone on the Titans. Again, I know I said technically I'm taking it. No. I'm not taking the Titans to score on the best defense in the league. It's just not happening. It didn't happen last time. They got 0 points, in fact. Haven't even done anything. So I'm not taking it. Titans defense, on the other hand, is ranked 3rd. Now, I know the Texans are without CJ Stroud, but Davis Mills, hang on a minute, you know what I mean? Dude was kind of a dog last week in Jacksonville. Wow. He had a rushing touchdown. There's no way this dude had a rushing touchdown. That is absolutely insane. Obviously, I don't know if they trust him to throw the ball, but they let him throw the ball 45 last week. So, first read percent, Nico Collins, obviously, Dalton Schultz, Charlie Kirk. Not Charlie Kirk, Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk. Oh my god, I need to go to bed. This is bad. This is bad, man. Holy. Okay, let's look at specifics here. Red zone targets. Red zone targets, they give up a lot to the RB1, which is like... see, red zone targets is weird, though. Carries, I could see the RB2 just getting a touchdown because they're up by so much. Like Nick Chubb, sure. Like... okay, I'm cooked. I need to go to bed. So they give up a lot of yards. Wide receiver 1, 2, tight end 1, wide receiver 3, A lot of rushing yards to the 1 and 2. Like, the Titans are just terrible, man. They're terrible. They're a joke. Oh, we got any Titans fans in the chat? Also, we had a poll. Did I end that poll ever? I don't think I ended that poll. Let's see. Oh, it was pretty split. 48 votes, right down the middle. 52% on the Bills. Interesting. Woody Marks. People are on Woody Marks. Let's see here. Yeah, plus 145 seems decent, though, no? I could also see this, like, the Texans are not great on offense, especially since they have Davis Mills. So maybe they will trust him to get in there. Let's take a peek at Houston here. Red zone share, Woody Marks, yeah. In his last 5 games as well. Last 3 games, he has 7 carries. It's a touchdown. 16 targets, 4 red zone targets as well. So, Woody is a dynamic player. Dude's a dog. Dude's a dog. I don't know what's going on with Nico, but he needs to wake up. Wasn't he hurt? Or no? I mean, he has 3 touchdowns on the season. I know it's no Nico Collins last year, but... Actually... He's pretty, he probably would have 4 by now. I thought he was better last year. Oh, it was his yards, yeah. Never mind, dude was a dog last year. UFC. I do not watch any UFC at all. I think I've watched 1 UFC fight ever. Yeah, I think I'm with you guys on Woody Marks. I think that's pretty good odds for a running back. What's Schultz looking like? Most receptions. Nico has the most red zone targets. Woody has second most. Schultz is plus 310. Actually, tight ends, they don't allow anything to tight ends. So I probably would stay away from Schultz just from the defense. See, I mean, that's yellow. Everything else is green, so I'd probably just rather go with the green stuff. They give up so much to running backs, though. Like, it's a joke. Is Nick Chubb, like, do his legs work this year? Yeah, his legs actually do work. 30.5. I would take Nick Chubb's yards. Wow, Woody Marks had 2 touchdowns. I would take Woody Marks' touchdown, Nick Chubb, either yards or attempts. Because I think once they're up by so much, he'll probably get some carries. And last time he got carries as well. He's gone over his attempts in almost every game all season. Didn't last game. What would I rather take? Jeez, even as long as attempt. Not that. Yeah, Marks is the best overall option. I agree. Yeah, Marks is the RB1. Marks is for sure the RB1. I'm taking him for the touchdown. I just think Chubb for attempts. I mean, look at this. 8.5. He only didn't hit it against Seattle and Jacksonville when they had to throw the ball. Every other game he's hit. So he's a big part of their game plan. I mean, 8.5 isn't nothing, you know? She's Nick Chubb. Dude used to be a dog. I would be fine if you took either his yards or his attempts. I think personally I'm going to take his attempts, but I wouldn't blame you for taking either. They just allow so much to running backs. The RB1 and 2. Nick Chubb's line, they give up on average Nick Chubb's line and more. Same with Woody. So, I don't think you can go wrong. They run Marks a lot last week. Marks has been RB1, Shapiro. He's been done RB1. You could just see by his red zone carries too. Wait, what? Wait, am I tripping? Wait, Nick Chubb has more carries than him? Oh, is it because he's... No, I think when he marks is on the field, though, he gets a lot of catches. I think he's a catching back. No, maybe not. 2.5 catches? Maybe not. Maybe Nick Chubb is still, like... No, he can't be the RB1. No, I don't believe it. I don't know. It's more so of a split backfield, I guess. No, 14.5. See, they think he's gonna get a ton of carries too. Last time against Tennessee, though, he got 17. So, I mean, Nick Chubb he hit his line as well. He got 13. So they ran the ball 30 times last time they played Tennessee. Again, because they were up by so much, but still. Let's see. We can just see the carry percent. So yeah, Woody Marks is getting more. In his last 5. Last 3 as well. Same thing. On the season, Nick Chubb is getting more on the season, but recently, Woody's getting more. Also has 2 red zone targets in his last 3 games. 1 touchdown. Jaden Higgins has 2 touchdowns on 16 targets. Interesting. It's actually a really good stat for him. Woody Marks in his last 3 games is getting the red zone share. So yeah, I think they were just upping his game. Golden anytime, yeah, we're not taking that. I do need to update. Let me update the props list. Sins just reminded me I need to do that. Just quick, 1 second. Last thing I have is Bill attempt. I'm also going to take Chubb over 8.5. Palmer, what do we leave off at? Addison? Yeah. Need to add Addison. Addison, Loveland, Johnson, Marks. There we go. Okay, if you type it now, since it'll be updated. Okay. Let's keep moving on here. 7 more games. Panthers defense, wow, actually decent. See, compared to last year they were all green. This year, you know, there's some red and yellow. There's a difference there. It's good. Good for the Panthers. They're actually doing something. RB1, they allow a lot of yards too. JC Horn has been nasty. Probably don't want to take wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. Running back is probably what you want to take here. Red zone targets, they are allowing a lot of targets to the wide receiver 1. However, they're not letting him get in the end zone. I don't know if I'd even take anything. The Panthers' defense is good. That's weird to say. London, Mooney Robinson. Wow, Algier just gets more red zone carries. It's so stupid. Bijan's minus 135. He only has 2 touchdowns. Rushing, at least. He's 4 on the year. He got 2 and 2 against them. 28 carries. 170 yards. Jeez, feed this man the rock. Let's see. Falcons. Who's getting the share? It's got to be Drake, yeah. Drake London. Not, what's his name? Aubrey? Not that Drake. The Drake London, the guy who plays football. 5 red zone targets, 4 touchdowns is an absolutely insane stat in his last 3 games. 55% red zone share. That is insane. Is he minus? He's plus 110. Yeah. Jeez, man, what the heck? They also they're playing zone 80% of the time. Drake London's 43. Like, I mean, in the red zone though, every team pretty much plays man. You can't play zone in the red zone, really. That's just not how it works. Drake London is going to pop off tomorrow. What is his reception line? Interesting. 187 yards. Jeez, they killed Carolina in that game. I guess he doesn't have a great matchup, though, against J.C. Horn. So I probably shouldn't do that. But his red zone share is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, 42% on the season. The other half pretty much going to Bijan, Moody, and chunk of it to Kyle Pitts. Logan gets all the receiving touchdowns. I think he gets in. Yeah, I think he does too, Bobby. I just don't think the odds are worth it, you know? And that's, again, I'll say it again, the most important thing is the odds. If you're not getting good odds, you're not making good bets. I mean, he's plus 110, and that's the best odds you're going to get for him. It's just, I don't think that's worth it. 86 yards per game. His line is lower than that, which is interesting. But he had a few over 100, so last 4 out of 5, he's been an absolute dog. Against San Fran, 4 for 10, not great there. Let's see, with Michael Penis. Let's see. Josh Woods. See what he's done with all his boys, like with Mooney. AJ Terrell with Pitts. Not with London because he is London. Mooney. And then Bijan. So with these guys, yeah, I mean, 3 out of 5, you don't really know. Got 3 touchdowns against New England. And they lost this game. 9 for 14, 118 yards, and they lost. Yeah, I mean, Pitt's odds. Plus 240. Bijan's minus 135. What's the spread in this game? Minus 3 in favor of Atlanta, of course. Makes sense. They also have like a defense. Not like that really matters in this case. Just saying that's probably why they're favored. They're probably not favored because of their offense. I think Drake London for... Man, 46 for 63 in zone. What does he do against man? He's pretty good against man. Oh, he hasn't done much against man, actually. He's got good head-to-head history. Jeez. Yeah, he's, Wait, did they play in... They didn't play in 9/21. Was that their first game this year? That was this year, wasn't it? Yeah, that was this year. And he did what? He didn't get a touchdown. That was their second game. He got two touchdowns. No. Sorry. It was our third game this year. He didn't get a touchdown, but he got 8 receptions, 5 catches, 55 yards. It's also just been a dog recently. Man, I'm between his receiving yards and his receptions. You got to take him for something. This guy's insane. His last 3 games per game, he's averaging 6.3 on 88 yards. 7.4 on 106 yards in his last 5. So I guess you can't really go wrong with either. Especially against Carolina's defense when they're averaging as much as they are. I mean, I don't love him for a touchdown just because of the odds, right? So I'm trying to find something else based on the odds. I mean, they also average 12th most in the league. So I'd probably just take his yards and get it over with. But I wouldn't blame you for taking his receptions either. He's getting an insane amount of targets. He's the first to read 37% of the time. 43% of the time versus the zone that they're playing. And he's 46 for 63 in 176 routes. So that's absolutely insane. About a third of his routes. A little less than that. What odds am I looking for? I don't know, just not plus 110. Because that's like a coin flip of him getting in, which I think it is a coin flip. I think those odds are placed right. But I'm looking for value, like probably closer to, I don't know, plus 200 over that, maybe plus 220 over that ish. I mean, some of the guys we've taken, Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, we took Dulcich, plus 425, kind of a long shot guy. Ja'Cory plus 200, Gadsden plus 180, Jacoby Myers plus 235, Josh Palmer plus 400, Egbuka plus 150. He just looks too good. You can't pass him up. If he had plus 110, I wouldn't take it, but plus 150 is manageable. Jordan Addison plus 165. I probably won't take that. I'm just picking one from each game. I do like Loveland and Johnson. I'll take those. And then Woody Marks. Anything over plus 140, if you like the splits for a running back, is pretty decent. And then I guess plus 200 for a wide receiver is probably what I'd lean. Yeah, exactly. The Mechie touchdown. Okay, how much? Falcons actually are decent. RB1. Give up a lot of rushing touchdowns. Rico Dowdle. Hello, Rico Dowdle. How minus are you? Minus 111. See, that's not even terrible, though, for Rico Dowdle. I mean, the next running back is plus 500. You have to understand how insane that difference is. Like, researching between these guys and, where was it, Nick Chubb and Woody Marks. See, I mean, the difference is just, it's less than 100. So, when you see a difference that's, like, plus 600 compared to minus 111 to plus 500, that's pretty insane. Now, it doesn't look like they like really anyone to get a touchdown on Carolina, which, can you blame them? I mean, their offense is absolutely atrocious. But if they were to get a touchdown, probably be him. So I'm just gonna favorite him and move on to the next game, because I don't really love Carolina's defense. I also do like that though. Rico Dowdle, first 2 games he scored against Carolina. Let's take a peek just for fun. Red zone share. Red zone carries 1.6. Yeah, that's not great. I mean, 6 in his last 3 games, and he has 3 touchdowns, I guess. Last 3 games, he has 3 touchdowns, so I don't know. Did he get in against Green Bay? He did. Interesting. Very interesting. See, look at his rushing attempts just jump way up. Against Buffalo, I guess they just needed to... Yeah, they needed to throw the ball against Buffalo. They got killed that game. I would never take his reception. I'd probably take Rico for a touchdown. Just started being, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Rico's been nasty. Rico's been one of the best running backs in football. So I don't know how he does it on the Panthers, but he does. He's been a dog. I don't know if I would take those odds or not. Just the fact of him being on Carolina and how terrible that offense is, Bryce Young is just, he's not the guy. They got to move on. Sorry, Bears absolutely destroyed you guys in that trade. Womp womp. Move on to the next guy. Get rid of Bryce Young. Sorry that we got a generational talent and you didn't. Unfortunate how that works. But we are just better, unfortunately. So anyway, that had nothing to do with Rico Dowdle. Just flaming them for no reason. Patriots, true. Nah, I did not like those Patriots. Shapiro, I can't lie. I can't lie, bro. Yeah, Bobby, exactly. And I love it. We got, dude, the value we got Caleb. Why can I not think of his name? Darnell Wright. Tyreek Stevenson. Who else did we get? We got Ozzy Trapillo. Dude, they gave up so much. DJ Moore, of course, yeah. I think there were a few more guys. I don't think Rome was a part of that. I think there was one more guy. I don't know. But it was absolutely insane. We had to wait till this year to see all the effects of that trade of what the Bears fully got. But okay, Bengals defense is really good. So we're not going to take any Steelers. We're taking all of the Steelers. They are not good. They are terrible. They give up the most touchdowns, most receiving touchdowns, fourth most rushing touchdowns, third most receiving yards, most rushing yards, most red zone targets, second most red zone carries. I'm sorry, Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. Okay, RB1 is scoring. Who are you? Jalen Warren, you are scoring a touchdown. Receiving yards, interesting. Actually pretty low. Tight end 2 averages 41.8 per game. Oh, it's Pat Freiermuth. Oh, no. Holy crap. How do they allow so much to the tight end 2? Excuse me? That doesn't even make any sense. How are you so bad versus the tight end 2? Like, specifically the tight end 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. Yeah, we're taking Pat Freiermuth. Yeah, we're taking Pat Freiermuth. Why are the Bengals the worst team in the league of all time? You're a Steelers fan, but we love to underperform. You can underperform, but yeah, I actually don't know. Apparently, Johnny Smith is their one. He also got a touchdown last time he played him, so they don't know how to defend anything, apparently. First read, Pat Freiermuth's stats are pretty bad there, but look at his head-to-head. Bang, bang, bang. 68 yards, 85 yards, 111 yards, and his line is 26. Wow. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for 700 million yards. I hate to say it, but I know what Rodgers typically does, being a Bears fan, and he will throw for 700 million yards. A lot of injuries for both sides, so we can take advantage. A-Rod loves Darnell Washington. True. He actually does love Darnell Washington. Very true. No. I want to do this, and I want to select the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I want to go... Oops, messages. What is happening here? DK Metcalf, Connor Hayward, Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth is really low down there on the list. I don't know. The head-to-head data tells me to take him. Oops. Look at Pat Freiermuth head-to-head. That is insane. Those stats are insane. 3 out of 3, and he got a touchdown in all of them. He has reception in all of them. He hit everything against the Bengals in all of the games. He hit everything. Like, that's... I know. He does love Darnell Washington, though. And DK, apparently. DK Metcalf. Yeah, Pat Freiermuth only has 1 touchdown on the year. Or no, that was Hayward. But he only has 2 on the year. And he had 2 against Cincy. 3 on the year, sorry. Steelers' defense on wide receivers is so bad. Look at the stats. Yeah, this is going to be the Unk Bowl. Oh, my God. The Unk Bowl is crazy. So they allow the most rushing. Like, they allow all of the most. The most of literally everything. How's that even possible? Maybe this is a game. Well, so what's Pat Freiermuth's touchdown? Plus 230? Oh, man. If I don't take him, I'd be pissed that I didn't take him because his head-to-head stats look insane. But first read percent, 11. Ugh, that is rough. Also, this is rough here. 8.9% red zone share. It goes to 7.4 because DK is getting all the red zone targets. Darnell Washington has the same amount of targets, red zone targets, as DK Metcalf. What are we doing, Aaron Rodgers? God, this guy is stupid. Pat Freiermuth has the most touchdowns in the last 5 games, though. I don't know. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Chat, what am I doing? Look, even him against zone. It's just him against zone is nasty. 71% zone. He gets touchdowns. He gets air yards. Took the first Unk Bowl for plus 600 and he hit it with plus 80 yards. Jeez. I gotta go with my gut and take Freiermuth here. I wouldn't blame you for taking DK. Actually, I would because the value's terrible. Yeah, you have to take Freiermuth here. You just have to. Jalen Warren, I wouldn't take. I don't like it. I don't even like the Warren as much as Rico Dowdle. Although the Steelers, they're -5, so maybe he'll get in there just because they're favored. You know, you could take that into account as well. You could check the PF rating. Game total 48, it's pretty high. Normal is about 45, so. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Washington, like, dude, that guy is not athletic. Like, for being as big as he is, I guess he is pretty athletic. Oh, they do a lot of wide receivers. Wide receiver 1, 2, tight end 3. Jeez, yeah, that's not good. Not good. He's -110. 9-14-23. Yeah. His line is 94.5. Holy. Jeez. That is absolutely stupid. They allow 10 targets to the wide receiver 1. Like, what? You can't win games like that, bro. Yeah, Flacco finalized receivers. About dang time. Jamar Chase averages 92.5. Yeah, you can't take tight end 1, Noah Fant, really? No, you can't take Noah Fant, can you? Nah, can't take Noah Fant. 18.1. He has 2 touchdowns last 3 games? No, it's Chase Brown. No, it is Noah Fant. What? Three out of 5 playing with Flacco. He's hit his... Oh, my God. He's hit everything in every game. Except 1 reception. But he hit his yard line. See, like, this is a guy I would probably lean. So what are his average targets here? 3.8. So with Joe Flacco and with getting 4 targets, he's 3 out of 3 on his yards, 2 out of 3 on his touchdowns, 3 out of 3 on his... Oh, obviously he's 3 out of 3 on his receptions. Best receiving core he's ever played with. Joe Flacco? It's probably true, actually. Well, it would be any quarterback's best receiving core. I think Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that. I mean, maybe Jefferson and Addison. Hawkinson. Maybe. I don't think you can really... I don't know. I guess you could probably argue that. But you get the idea. Anytime you can play with Jamar Chase, it's like... It's free. Noah Fant. Oh my god, Noah Fant is the move, though. I think Noah Fant receptions, though. Gotta be. Targets. 10 targets, 9 receptions, last 3 games. And his line's 3. So it makes sense. And they got 2 against Chicago because we're the GOATs. We are the GOATs, unfortunately. Oh, wait. This game was not from Joe Flacco. Sure, Joe Flacco was on the other sideline, but it's actually funny. With Joe Flacco as his opponent. I do not remember him getting a touchdown against us, but guess he did. Man, this is... Wow, 6.7, of course. Yeah, I'd take Noah Fant for a touchdown. I'd also take his receptions. I'd take him just for the value, you know? You gotta look at value. Like, sure, you could take Jamar Chase. He's probably gonna score a touchdown. But do you really want to take a guy who's favored to score a touchdown? Not really. Like, maybe take Jamar Chase for, like, first touchdown. But even then, it's like, that's just random. Basketball's a little different because you can actually, like, use data to see who's going to get the tip-off. In NFL, it's literally a coin flip. Like, literally. So you don't know who's getting the ball first. Not like if you get the ball first, it's guaranteed to be a touchdown, but more likely. I would assume, at least. I mean, Jamar Chase, 107 receptions, or targets, 76 receptions on the year. Chase Brown has more receptions than T. Higgins. Would anyone have believed me if I said that? This is why you use data. I would have never guessed that that's the case. That is insane to me. I don't know if you guys are as surprised as I am, but that seems wrong. Obviously it's not, but that just seems weird. Also, I don't know if you guys are on Instagram or whatever, but these guys are going to see Trey McBride and the Cardinals get destroyed by the 49ers tomorrow. So they're like from the Europe or whatever, and they're like, Trey McBride, can we get a beer with you? I wouldn't take anyone in this game. I wouldn't take anyone against the Niners D. Unless I really like, wow, Trey McBride. Maybe he gets a touchdown for him. That'd be funny. Let's see. Games without Marvin. He has never played without Marvin. See, this is why I love basketball. Since there's so many games. Basketball is easily the best sport to bet on. There's so many games. Data's pretty consistent. Like, you just look at who's going to have field goal attempts or potentials and assists or rebounds, and then just go from there. It's just, it's so easy. It's so easy to read. Unlike football, where you only play 17 games a season, and half of the time the guys are usually injured. So, like, the fact that he hasn't played a game with Marvin Harrison, I have no idea what their game plan is. He has scored in 4 out of his last 5 games. Wow. That is insane. I wouldn't take it. Just because of the value. I mean, he's plus 100. He's a tight end. This could be a good game to bet value, though, like Greg Dortch. Maybe if they were bad to the wide receiver too, which they're not great. They don't allow a lot of targets, though, red zone targets. So that's a harder thing to predict, though, because you don't know how he's going to fill in that wide receiver 2 role when Michael Wilson takes the 1. Trey McBride is really the 1 there. He usually is the 1 in general. I mean, plus 100. Marvin Harrison's plus 135, so stuff like that is always to note. They don't allow any... Wow, the tight ends. Is there tight end Tongas? Kittle? Let's see who's it been recently for the Niners. CMC, Pearsall, Jenkins... Or Jennings, Kittle. Jennings and Kittle recently. CMC also. 49ers are probably heavily favored. Only by 3, interesting. Do they have Purdy back in this game? Wow, there's odds available for both quarterbacks, which is very interesting. Mac Jones has actually played very well for them, so maybe they just roll with him. Purdy's back, okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. Appreciate it, Deuce. How does Kittle play in this coverage? It is zone 76%. Not great. 16 receptions. So you would take his receptions here. So any big injury? I mean, the Niners, of course, there's a big injury. Ayuk, yeah. What, did he do nothing in this game? How did he do nothing? 2 targets, 0 receptions. That's decent. Decent aim. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd take anyone in this game. This is, I mean, Purdy's back. Yeah, that's good, but he hasn't played football in a while. I'd probably fade just because of that. If I were to take anything, I'd probably take Kittle for value. But it's close between him and Jennings. Jennings is getting, what, plus 240? Or no, I would take Jennings. I would take Jennings over Kittle. I thought Kittle would have better odds than Jennings. Jennings is getting a better red zone share. More receptions, or less receptions, but more targets. Close on receiving yards. Yeah, I would go Jennings if I had to take one. Okay, moving on. Ooh, this is going to be a good game. This Rams-Seahawks game would be really good. I don't know if it'll be good for touchdowns, but it'll be good in general, just as a football fan. Let's see here. They allow a lot of targets to the 1 and 2. 1, 2, RB1, RB2. So they just allow a lot of targets. Not a ton of carries. But they haven't allowed a single... Wow. They haven't allowed a single touchdown to the wide receiver, too. And Devontae Adams is the wide receiver, too. So that's interesting. Puka and him are both favored to go over to get a touchdown. So this game's just chalk. Because I would only be taking... Probably Puka. I mean, maybe Blake Corum. He's not getting any red zone carries, though. I know Devontae's the red zone king. I know. That's why I have him in fantasy. He's my GOAT. But I'm not taking this odds. I mean, there's no chance I'm taking a receiver minus 116. At that point, I'd rather take Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is minus 110. I'd rather... I mean, Puka minus 125? Are people really betting that heavily on him? Like... I know he's good. I know he's potentially the best receiver in football right now. But minus 125? I don't know, man. That's insane. I would never take that. Especially on a receiver. Maybe on a running back, but I'd have to really like it. I'd have to really, really like it. Wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1. So, man, one thing here, though, is like... So they both allow 9 and 8, but they allow more to the 2, more yards to the 1 though, more yards in general. When receivers are minus odds, just take their overs and interception yards. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair in this case. I mean, 42 and 52, so they're actually decent in that as well. JSN, I mean. Also, you have to understand, like, JSN, Puka, and Devontae are, like, some of the best in the league. So, like, stats matter of how these defenses have played, but it's more so on the player themselves. So, like, you would look at JSN, right, and then go from there rather than focusing so heavily on the defense. Defense is mainly there to give you an idea of what could be good to bet on, rather than just avoiding the players' stats themselves, if that makes sense. Devontae and Puka, same route. Puka gets first read. Devontae, I know Devontae and man is crazy. Never mind, apparently I'm completely wrong. Again, this is why I use data. But I know in man against zone, or man in the red zone, he is crazy. Devontae versus zone is actually better. Like, geez, Puka is insane. 45 for 53 is unbelievable. Seahawks defense been hurt a lot this year. I don't know. They don't win any TDs. Yeah. They have been hurt. I think Seahawks should be a sneaky Super Bowl team, honestly. Their offense is clicking. Sam Darnold, I mean, signing him looks like a very, very good move. Halfway through the season, he's been playing really well. I'm happy he revived his career. Jets, Carolina never gave him a chance. I mean, you know, dumpster fire of a franchise. I know I'm a Bears fan, but you gotta admit, Jets and Panthers are pretty bad. Jets especially. Starting center is out for them too. Oh yeah, what's his face? What's his face? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to name him. Center. Shane. Yeah, I wouldn't know him. I mean, they're injured, but they're not as injured as some other teams are. Questionable after logging limited practices on Thursday and Friday. Oblique. Interesting. Surely Devontae plays. Also, Cooper Kupp in his return game. Come on now. It's there. The script is there. Script is 100% there. H.A. Barner leads the team in red zone targets. That is insane. Him and JSN have the same amount of touchdowns? Are you serious? Wait. What? That is crazy. Dude, I am absolutely exhausted. Holy. It's midnight. Oh my god. I wonder how Shahid's going to fit into this, too. Maybe we don't bet on the Seahawks because of that. They tush push with him a lot, Barter. Yeah, because his first read percentage was super low. That's interesting. His red zone share is crazy. Wow. That's good value. That's really good value. Torrey Horton's out. I really like Barner, actually. Will they play zone? 12 for 14 isn't great. But you gotta remember, they're playing. They play man in the end zone. Where did Barner come from? Where did he play? San Francisco twice. Did he play? No, did he play on the Seahawks last year? Yeah, versus LA, versus Arizona. Yeah, he was on the Seahawks last year. Never heard of this guy until this year. I think that's a good pick, though. I think that's a good pick. Also decent versus tight ends. And by decent, I mean decent for us. Chiefs Broncos. Pfft. Yeah, holy chalk. All of this is red. Yeah, I'm not taking RB2. Nice try. Actually, funny enough, Dobbins is done. So Harvey, yeah, one of these guys maybe. McLaughlin, could you imagine McLaughlin gets a touchdown? That would be hilarious. Harvey's been a dog. He's been good. He had 3 touchdowns against Dallas. It's insane. Bo Nix, maybe. The Broncos' offense has been atrocious, though. They're just winning because of their defense. Their defense is keeping them in games, and the offense is... Well, okay, the offense against the Giants, that was crazy. They just came back and won that. That was insane. See all this red, though? I don't like this at all. Bo Nix's line is only 217. Don't love to see that. $260. Let's see, Rashi maybe now. Let's see, where's Kansas City? Kelsey, Rashi. Yeah, I mean, Rashi is getting way more targets. He has 4 touchdowns in his last 3 games, but his odds are probably terrible because he looks really good. Yeah, plus 125. I'm never taking a receiver that low. especially against the Broncos defense. They haven't given up what? They haven't given up a single touchdown to the wide receiver 1 or 2 all season. What? Holy crap. They've given up 2 to the wide receiver 3. What? How many They've given up the least touchdowns in the NFL. Yeah, we're not touching this game. Sorry if you were excited for this game and you were waiting all stream. We're not touching it. I'm sure there's going to be scoring. Like, skipping it is not to say there's not going to be scoring. But they've given up 15 touchdowns all season? There's been 10 games. Like, 10. Oh, yeah. We're skipping it. Sorry. Okay, Baltimore Ravens defense is absolutely terrible. This game is going under. Let's see, I bet the over-under is 42. 38. Yeah, that is low. Because of Surtain, he's out, though. I don't think it's all because of Surtain, though, Devin. You got to give credit to the other guys like Benito, and they have a really young, good core there in Denver. They're going to be a scary defense for years to come. Anyway, Ravens allow a lot of touchdowns all over the place. On the ground, in the air, all over the place. Raheem Sanders. Don't know who that is. Bad competition, too. The Broncos? Have they had bad opponents all year? I don't trust the... Why am I... See, this is rough because you have the Browns who have a really good defense. Ravens have a really good offense. Browns have a really bad offense. Ravens have a really bad defense. So who do you trust more? Do I have them for my eliminator? I shouldn't if I do. I don't trust this. Broncos defense has been elite ever since they gave up 70 to the Dolphins. That's true. That's true. They have been. I saw that graphic. Surely I don't have the Ravens for this game. No, I have the Texans. Good. Okay. I don't know who's gonna... I don't really want to trust the Browns. We could take a look here. Also, very low point total, so not something I really want to bet on. Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku, even getting 7 targets. They only have 3 and 1 touchdown, so not something I love there. 59% zone. Njoku is high on that, though. If I were to take anyone, I'd take Njoku. His line's 21.5 yards. Oh, no, he's plus 500 to score a touchdown. What? Why? What are they doing? Do they think... Wait, is Shedeur... Hold on. Is Shedeur starting? Is Shedeur going to start? Why are all these odds insane? No, Shedeur has to be starting. Announces Sanders news. What's Sanders news? Like nothing? What is this, garbage? No. Not turning off my ad blocker. Nice try. Whatever. Is he like... Maybe Shedeur starting. He's going to give it a chance. Oh my god, his line is 172. Okay. Apparently the Ravens defense is back. Yeah, we're skipping this game. This game's a trap. Sorry if you've been waiting all stream for this game. It is a trap. Wait. Oh no, that's Sunday night. Wide receiver 1, 2, tight end. Wow, the Lions' defense is actually pretty bad. Wide receiver 1, 2, tight end. 1, 2, tight end to the Eagles. Goddard, Smith, Brown. Obviously, like, kind of figured that. Saquon's probably like minus 200 for some reason. Minus 110. Yeah, not taking that. Ravens defense last 3 weeks have been solid. Yeah, they're getting a lot of key pieces back. So I think that's why it's coming up as a trap. I wouldn't be surprised to see them play pretty well in that game. They're also on a momentum swing, so they're playing well. They're all hot and ready to go. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, and tight end 1, especially wide receiver 1 and 2 in this game. So, I mean, AJ and Devonta, obviously, it's just who has a better scheme fit. Devonta, I mean, AJ Brown's kind of, isn't he acting like a diva again for some reason? Maybe we just take Devonta because of that. Let's see, what are his odds? I mean, they're pretty much the same. I'd probably lean Devonta anyway. Yeah, I'd lean Devonta here. I'd take him. So I said Devonta and I clicked AJ Brown. That was weird. I need to go to bed. I am exhausted. Yeah, I'd take Devonta here. Let's see, Eagle. Jalen Hurts has more carries than Saquon. Yeah. Notification that Calvin Ridley and Drake London are expected to go, which is good. While Eagles allow the most to running back ones, and they're facing probably one of the best in the game in Jahmyr Gibbs. Not probably, he is. I was going to say probably the best, but that didn't... It's not right. Exactly. Let's take out the Eagles. So last 7 red zone targets. Sam Laporta's on IR. Broke the news today. It sucks for him. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Wow, the carry share is like exactly split, but in the red zone, Jahmyr's getting way more. 72 to 27. That's pretty insane. Except Gibbs' odds are going to be terrible. Minus 118. I'm just never taking a guy minus 118 to get a touchdown. He does have the best match in football, according to AJ under yards free every game. Who's AJ? AJ Barner? Oh, AJ Brown. Duh. 3 out of 8. So more than half. But the thing with AJ Brown is that, like, he's just mad that Patullo's 9 targets. He's just mad at Patullo. I don't think he's mad at, like, he just wants his GOAT in help me out here, what's his name? Kellen Moore. He wants his GOAT Kellen Moore back. Dude, the Eagles were so fun to watch last year. Oh my god. I'm so happy they beat the Chiefs. Sorry to any Chiefs fans, but not at all. Not really. I hate the Chiefs. Who doesn't? Yeah, we're already on Devonta. What do we got here? 35 to Amon-Ra. Sam Laporta's done. J-Mo, Gibbs. Khalif Raymond. Maybe Khalif Raymond pops off. If I were to take anyone, it'd be Gibbs, but his odds are terrible. And then that brings us into Monday. So I think that'll wrap up the stream here, boys. Appreciate you guys for coming. Make sure to like. We only have 2 likes. That's not real. 16. I just forget when I'm watching a live stream. I just forget to like. So I know it's annoying to remind you guys, but I appreciate it. Let me fix this. I'll post. Let me finish the props thing, and then I'll wrap it up. He's telling me, hey, you're requesting a refund. Hey, chill. I try my best. Try my best out here. Palmer, London over 74.5. Dowdle. Oh, oops. This has been wrong this whole time. I added that in the wrong spot. This is supposed to be here. Addison. Egbuka, Loveland Johnson. There we go. Dowdle. Jennings. Oops. Theo Johnson, Dowdle, Jennings, Barner, Smith, Devonta. Then that's it. Okay, I think that's everyone. Dolcic, Bill, Myers, Gadsden, Palmer, Egbuka, Addison, Loveland, Theo Johnson, Dowdle, Jennings, Barner, Frymouth. Dowdle, Frymouth, Chubb, and what else do we got? London. I think London's the only other thing I added. Okay, now try exclamation mark props. And then that should work. $10,000 back? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm also gonna tell you guys my favorite play because I'm gonna play it now. I want to love you. Dang, Burakovsky not scoring actually sold my bag. That was a 17x and I hit on 2 of them for our hockey lay. My favorite goal scorers. Dang. Close. We're on the right track. We're gonna hit some crazy lays. I'm excited for NHL. NHL streams are going to be fun. Make sure you guys tune into those. Tuesday, Thursday, and then either Friday night or Saturday around 10 a.m.-ish. Be ready for me and Rogue are going to go live on those. Okay, should I do I feel like I have to do a touchdown lay, right? Oh, it's only for Washington versus Miami? Bruh. I guess I can just do Dolcic and Merritt. Should we just run it? Dolcic and Merritt? Needs at least 3 picks. I could take his attempts too. Wait, does his attempts go down? I thought it was 8.5. No, 7.5. We're good. 1 3-leg. Okay, so 3-leg I'm running are just the 3 from the Dolphins game because that's what I get the 50% boost on. And then we'll run something else. So I'm going to just put to win 100 on that. Five-leg touchdown lotto. Favorite 3-leg, 5-leg. Okay. Palmer, Egbuka, Woody Marks. I think those are my 3 favorite. Again, we're going for value, decent value. I really like Palmer. I think he gets in for sure. I really like his yards too, actually. Are there any? Let's see if there's any promos here. Yeah, I'm not taking an AJ Brown promo. No thanks. See, Palmer's line now is 27.5. It opened at 19.5. That's insane. I think he's going to get in, bro. I'm going to take him. Egbuka's line also went up. London's line also went up. So they're all trending in the right way. I wish I was on them earlier, but they are all trending in the right way. I think I'm going to take Palmer, Egbuka, and London for a receiving lay. I really like Palmer, man. I really like Palmer. I'm going to shop around quick. And then 5-leg. If I had to pick my favorite 5-leg, I'd do the same 3. And then I'd add, like... Who do the Jags play again? Chargers, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would add... Palmer, Egbuka, maybe Addison, Marks, and Freiermuth. I really like Freiermuth. Or Barner, even. Barner against the Rams, though? No. Devonta against the Lions could be good. Jennings against the Cardinals. I mean, I didn't favorite it unless I liked it, right? So, but I know you want, like, my... Ooh, Drake London's line here is better. Egbuka. I'm noticing that Chalkboard has better lines on these guys than what Underdog was offering. Especially on London. Palmer, yeah, duh, my favorite boy. Yeah, his line's 27.5 everywhere. 5.3, 5.9. Yeah, I'd rather take that. Okay, so I'm going to take Palmer. I'm probably just going to do a lot of 2-leg touchdown pairs. So I'm going to do Palmer and Woody Marks. I'll post all of these in the Discord, by the way, as well. I kind of just randomly do these. Like probably a high odd and a low odd paired together. You hit one of them, you get your money back anyway. I'll do Egbuka for a touchdown, and so I just did, what did I just do, Bill? Or no, I did Woody Marks. But I did take Bill already in this lay. So I did Bill, Dolchich, Egbuka, or no, I'm doing Egbuka, Palmer, Marks. So let's do... Oh, I should do Loveland and Johnson for a little tight end lay. That'll be fun. Now we'll do Jennings. Then we'll do Loveland, Johnston. No, not that. Not Quentin Johnston. Oh, wait, it's Johnson. Theo Johnson. There he is. Okay. Okay. Appreciate you guys for joining. I'm going to post all of these in the Discord right now. Yeah, good luck tomorrow. Go Bears. Bear down. Make sure you're in our Discord. Type !X and !Discord if you want to follow us on Twitter. Join us on Discord. Make sure you do all that. All that's free. The only thing you have to pay for is the site. Code PF30. You get 30% off whether you buy a month or a year. So yeah, posting all of these in the Discord now. Appreciate you guys for joining, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to tune in probably tomorrow night or Tuesday. I'll do either tomorrow night, Monday, or Tuesday for NHL.